So, when you think about the scriptures, when you think about God the Father, Jesus Christ, his Son, what do you think about? Do you think about good things? Do you think about life? I often think that we quote the scriptures that tickle us. In other words, they make us feel good. But there's a lot of scriptures that don't make us feel good. There's a lot of scriptures that tell us about the ugly side of human nature. I've been reading through Genesis, and I know that I've shared before how Abraham had lied about who Sarah was. She said he was his sister, when actually she was his wife. His son Isaac did the same thing with Rebekah. He told that she was his sister when she wasn't. Then we have Esau and Jacob, and there was such deceit going on in their lives, and they were brothers. And then Jacob went and met with his uncle Laban, and well, there was deceit going on there. And the reality is that God doesn't hide that stuff. But I was also reading in the New Testament, and I was reading about Christ, and well, Christ is our peace. And we often think about the peace of God indwelling in us, and that's great and it's wonderful. But here's something that Jesus said about his purpose in coming. It's from Luke chapter 12, and it says, I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning. I have a terrible baptism of suffering ahead of me, and I am under a heavy burden until it is accomplished. Do you think I have come to bring peace to the earth? No, I have come to divide people against each other. For now on, families will be split apart, 3 in favor of me and 2 against me. The reality is that following after God, following after Christ, is not going to be something that necessarily draws us together. In fact, it might create great division. And I think one of the things that we need to be ready for is to stand up for Christ and to be who he's called us to be, regardless of the consequences. Sometimes being right is not the popular place to be. Sometimes loving others is not the popular place to be. The challenge for you and I is simply to think about the words of Christ and ask ourselves, am I willing to be a thorn in order to follow after God? Am I willing to have my body burned in following after God? Or do I want just the good things? Too often, we want life to be easy, but as a follower of Christ, it won't always be. Think about that today and ask yourself, am I willing to pay the cost? Hey, until next time, God bless.